Hello, my name is Dave, and I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I haven't said that for probably 12 years now, and I'll never say it again after making this video. I'm doing this video in hopes that it will help start 2013, the first day, tomorrow, out with a completely clean slate. It's my way of making an effort to share my life story with you so that you, if contemplating becoming a Jehovah's Witness, or are Jehovah's Witnesses without the strength to leave the organization and try to enjoy your life right now to the fullest, I'm hoping that this personal story of mine will help you do that. It was early in my life. I was in the 4th or 5th grade when my parents, mostly my dad at first, became a Jehovah's Witness. Later my Catholic mom finally succumbed to his influence and became a witness, and this is back right around 1970-71. My older brother, freshman in high school, fought as hard as he could not to be one, but ended up kind of following the religion until at 17 he ran away. I have an older sister and a younger sister. My older sister, she killed herself this year, March of this year. She put a gun to her head, blew her brains out right in front of her ex-husband. She was a Jehovah's Witness. Many reasons why she could have done that, and I think only one reason why she shouldn't is because she shouldn't have done that because she was really loved by a lot of people, but yet she couldn't feel the love. All she could see was the daily, day in, day out grind of being a Jehovah's Witness and the never-ending carrot that they stuck in front of her face. When my brother left and ran away as kids, we were taught by my dad that it'd be better off if he died in a plane crash or a car crash or some sort of accident because he was outside Jehovah's organization now. And the only way he would survive into the new world would be to be part of the organization or get resurrected if he died in the system of things. These are some of the teachings that I was taught growing up as a Jehovah's Witness. My grandparents were not going to make it either. Both of my mom's Italian grandmother, a Catholic of many, many years, she was going to die, be destroyed by God along with my dad's mom. None of us kids ever graduated high school. We were all taught that school was evil, unnecessary, and that why go to school? The world's going to end in 1975. Our time is better spent in proselyting, preaching, and reading the Bible. So we never graduated high school. My little sister, Elaine, at 16 years of age, wanted to get married. This was not uncommon for people to get married that young. That was a little young. And she fought and fought with my dad, and finally he agreed to let her get married in 6 months because he was so sure that the world was coming to an end. The new system would be here in 6 months that he agreed. She's been married for 40 years now. Some of the other things that I had to deal with growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, of course, was lack of any association with anybody that wasn't a witness. Even while I was going to school, in order to have a school friend, I had to study the Bible with him, and then we could play, and then study the Bible, and then we could play. I even had some friends that would do that. I'm sorry for that too, guys. But as I grew older and got married and had kids, I became even more serious about this religion because I felt it was my obligation, or as I was taught, it was my obligation to save them. The end of the world was coming any minute now, and any day now, and time was very scarce, as they would say. So I continued to buy it hook, line, and sinker. As a pioneer, ministerial servant, an elder. I spent hours and hours teaching people this religion, and it wasn't until later in life there when the kids were a little older in their teenage years that we moved to California, and they got in a little trouble. And in dealing with their so-called rebellion as an elder and with the elder body, I just woke up. I just decided, why are we putting ourselves through all of this pain and this suffering? Why are we continuing to be taught new truth and And how is the light getting brighter? What was the matter with the light just a week ago? And now we have more information and new things. And I just started thinking to myself, there's something wrong here. Finally really sunk when in 1995 I was conducting the Watchtower study, November 1st. And that paragraph, one paragraph in that Watchtower study, it changed the doctrine of Jehovah's Witnesses forever. The doctrine that dealt with the generation that would still be alive when Armageddon came, when the new system came, that saw the original signs in 1914. That was something that always was their threshold. That generation would not pass away. In that one paragraph, in 1995, they eliminated thousands and thousands of articles and sermons that dealt with this generation will by no means pass away, the scripture in Matthew and what that meant. And they explained it that the generation could be any generation that could see the signs, whether in history, in books, or right before them. So instantly, now there is no time frame. And everybody that was waiting and hoping and watching the age of that generation, all of a sudden now realize that their truth, their light is just lies on top of lies to cover up their ignorance. Of course, leaving Jehovah's Witnesses was not easy. It's not easy for others. And it was a little easier for me because I just picked up the family and moved away. I moved out of California and I moved into Redmond, Oregon here. Of course, the witnesses tracked me down and tried to encourage me to come back into the fold, but I'd have nothing to do with it. Of course, my family didn't want to talk to me, and that hurt for a while, especially my older sister. My mom, though, she always wanted to talk to me, and the only way I could talk to her was call when nobody was around. My dad wouldn't hang up the phone. And then after my dad died in 2003, after not talking to me for 5 years, my mom moved in with my sisters. For a while, my sisters would allow me to talk to her from time to time, but then that stopped about 3 or 4 years ago. It took almost a court order or police action for me to actually see my mom. I wanted my mom to tell me that she didn't want to see me, and of course she did. So they decided to let me see her in person, face to face, but still never talk to her on the phone. Happily, that changed recently when my sister killed herself. My little sister, who now is my mom's guardian, has decided, thankfully, that she will not stop my mom from talking to me. Evidently, she feels that mom's lost her older daughter, and now, she's getting old, and she may pass on, and talking to me brings some enjoyment in her life, and that I can't be saved. I'm not coming back in the fold. So I'm thankful for that. My mom even came up and visited me this last August for a week. I went down and brought her back up and took her back home, and it was a wonderful time to see my mom. She calls me twice a week now, or I talk to her twice a week, and I'm thankful for that. I just hope that people will take some time to look at their lives over, really look into this organization, and see what it does to people, see how it changes their mind, changes their aspect, and not for the better. A lot of good people in this world. I found a family that loves me, and I love them. I've got true friends that care more about me than any other Jehovah's Witness friend I ever had. And I hope that you out there can find the strength to do the same. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to help you, and former Jehovah's Witnesses. So I hope that this video will help you in your lives be able to find something that can make you happy.